Bad things are happening in South Africa. That is Donald Trump saying it out loud. And I am actually agreeing with him. I'm actually with him on this one. You might be asking a question, how can you side with that man? I'm siding with him on some of the things that he said when he said bad things are happening in South Africa. And I took a chance to actually make sure that I took the opportunity to create a series that will be aired on Fridays. Each and every Friday, a video that will come up on Friday, it will be under the series of bad things are happening in South Africa. And today's video is part of the bad things are happening. I actually said to myself, I'm going to introduce this segment on this channel, which will be on Fridays. I'm going to introduce it on Monday, which is today. And I will drop this video, which is this video that I'm going to be doing here. It is part of the bad things are happening. And also I will think about it if I drop another video on this Friday, because this one is just to initiate and to let you know that I've got a segment that I want to introduce to you, and that will be on Fridays. So I will think about it if I want to drop a new video, which is bad things are happening on this Friday. But from next week, bad things are happening will be on Fridays only. You won't get a video that says bad things are happening on a Monday or any other weekday. But anyway, Dumela Kazi, welcome back to the cafe Libizo la KK. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Anyway, let's get into this video. So today's video is about Eric. Eric is a man who went missing. I'm just quickly checking his surname actually, because I do know his surname. I put it somewhere here, but he is part of the story that I'm doing right now today about bad things that are happening in South Africa, and which they are happening. There are bad things that are happening here in South Africa, and we need to talk about those bad things without getting judged by people that are actually not listening to a part where we say they are really bad things that are happening, not the whole thing that Trump is talking about, but there are bad things that are happening in South Africa. So Eric was last seen actually on the 10th of April. That was the last time that people saw Eric. And obviously his friend was chatting to him at some point. His friend was chatting to him, and the phone went silent at 16:35. His friend was talking to him at 16:35, and the phone went off between those times. And obviously they did not know where Eric Jones is. That is his surname actually, Eric Jones. So we don't know what happened to Eric Jones. And I know there's a lot of people that are saying, because at the moment there's too much racial tension in South Africa, especially online. You don't see that much racial tension on the streets, but online, on Twitter, there's a lot of racial tension. On Facebook, there's a lot of racial tension. A lot of people already saying that it is a black person who killed Eric. So the story is Eric went missing, and last spoken to his friend at 16:35. That's when the phone went off. So Eric was 33 years old. So that's when they actually put out a pamphlet that Eric is missing. Last seen at 5 p.m. on the 10th of April. He was in Pretoria's park in Pretoria. That was the last time. So he was driving his vehicle, right? So at 4 a.m., this story is very interesting. At 4 a.m., he left a casino. He was at a casino apparently. So he left a casino because there's security cameras that captured him leaving the casino at 4 a.m. So this story, his car was found in Diepsloot. Diepsloot is one of the dangerous places that you can have. And obviously, the casino was not that far from Diepsloot. And his body was found in Diepsloot as well. So his body was found 300 meters away from where the car was discovered. So the first thing that was discovered was his car. This happened last week. So this whole thing happened last week on the 10th of April. That was last week. That just a few days ago. So the first thing that was discovered was his car. His car was discovered locked with all the belongings in the car. Later on, obviously, they discover his body 300 meters from the actual car. So there are no details as yet, as the police are still compiling all the facts and information about this whole thing. So there are no details on how did he die. He might have committed suicide. We don't know. Also, he might have been murdered or a hit. It might have been a hit because obviously this was not a hijacking because the car is still there. His belongings are still there. So it had nothing to do with getting mugged or robbed or hijacking because the car is still there. Trust you me, if this was a criminal who did this to him, that car would have been gone. Or some things would have been gone on that car. That car would have been stripped or things would have been taken from that car. There is no way this was actually a robbery or an actual hijacking. Something very sinister happened to Eric Jones. Eric Jones was like 33 years old, but something definitely happened to him. Going missing, or the last seen 5 p.m. on Thursday the 10th. Then on Friday the 11th at 4 a.m. you are leaving the casino. And then the next thing, you are missing. No one knows where you are. Then you are discovered 300 meters away from your car and nothing is stolen from your car. The car is still there as well. They might have to check with the family, either the girlfriend, the wife. I don't know if he has a girlfriend or he has a wife. Also the friends, also the people, because people who are actually, in most cases, we don't know if he was addicted to casinos. He was addicted to these things. We don't know, but there's like shady things that are happening within the casinos, especially you borrowing money from dangerous people, and the next thing they want their money, you don't have it, or something, or he saw things that he was not supposed to see. We don't know. So people should not make up their mind and say that it was a black person who killed this person. It's just so redundant. It's boring. It's overdone. You're overdoing it. The police haven't even said anything. You're already compiling your own stupidity and putting it out there that this is what happened. We know that the majority of criminal activities in South Africa or in the African continent as a whole are done by black people. Or the ones that are reported are done by black people, because we are the majority, obviously, in the continent. But crime has no color, unfortunately. We have seen a lot of criminal activities that are done by other people, other races in the country. We are affected by crime. We are all having problems with crime. So the actual enemy is crime and our government, not because you are white or black or whatever. That is what is going on. But bad things are happening in South Africa. And if you deny that part, that bad things are happening in South Africa, then you are really, really blind, because they are happening. Whether you are white, black, colored, Indian, Chinese, you are prone, or you might be involved in some kind of a criminal activity. Unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with in South Africa. Anyway, please do let me know what you think about this whole shenanigan that happened. What happened to Eric Jones? What happened to Eric Jones? I'll see you on my next upload. I would like to hear from you on my comment sections. Like this video, it helps a lot. And another video which is under the umbrella or under the series of bad things happening in South Africa, will be coming on Friday. I don't know how many episodes we'll be having on this series, but please do look out for a new episode of Bad Things Are Happening on Fridays. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic one. Peace.